Hello, we're at the UAG, and this month's show is the members only show, and the side room artist is Elena Cruz Allen, and her display is the Ladies of Crises. Let's go meet her. Hello, how are you?
Hi. Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks for asking. And what is your name?
My name's Elena Cruz Allen.
And why are you here?
Well, I'm here in my sort of woman cave of sorts. I spent the last couple weeks in this room painting the walls. The people at the UAG were kind enough to let me take my brush to the walls and kind of do whatever I want, which was an amazing experience. And I started out with the mural over here, which was based on a drawing I did of a friend of mine. And from that image of a woman, I kind of sort of stuck with that theme to create the other two pieces, and then finished a bunch of other drawings that were sort of similar women in various different states of crisis. And if you notice some of the titles I have here on my price list, some of the crises are obvious, I guess you would say. Like, for example, I have actually three pieces that are women who have suffered with weight issues and anorexia and bulimia. So for example, here we see a figure who obviously has a very powerful relationship with food. As you see, there's a pile of pancakes on her head, sort of signifying that this is something that dominates the way that she thinks, etc. And then over here, two similar figures who, this piece is called Bag of Memories. So it's basically like an effigy, I guess, of a woman who was dealing with or struggling with anorexia, or what say you, societal pressures to be thin. And so all she has left is this bag of memories because her body is completely deformed and amputated. So she's very pretty and wonderful to look at, and actually has quite a serene look on her face even. But then you see the rest of her and you say, oh wow, like amidst this beauty is also this intense pain.
And what is this piece trying to say?
This piece is also about anorexia, and a lot of times in anorexia you hear stories of women who look in the mirror and no matter what their body looks like, they still think they're fat. Like, they'll look in the mirror and they'll see, you know, in our eyes, we see like a beautiful girl or someone who is very thin. In fact, like probably gaunt or very skeletal, but in the girl's mind, she still sees herself as very large. But this piece kind of confuses me though, because the skinny figure is still very put together and almost wise, so it's hard for me to understand like exactly like who's better off, almost, you know what I mean? Like the anorexic figure or the, you know, bigger voluptuous figure.
Right. And what is the title of this one?
This is Anorexia Nervosa.
Okay.
So.
And tell me about your inspiration for this particular piece.
It's a bit convoluted, I guess. I don't know. I made this piece in 2008, I believe, and I made it at a time when I was sort of going through some emotional struggles, and I can't remember if I don't know if I was copying something, and I think I distinctly remember wanting to make something look like it was fractured, like a piece of glass that had fractured. And I don't know, I think I was just doing a self-portrait as well, and it kind of evolved into something that ambiguously like depicts, I guess, what I was going through at the time, which was just like a lot of emotional upheaval and sort of loneliness and stuff like that. So I guess, I don't know, I'd have to think, honestly, I'd have to think about it a little more and like reminisce to really...
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you really have to think about it.
Yeah, a lot of times the meaning will come later, which is, I don't know, it's, people ask me, what does this mean? And I'll be like, I'm not sure yet.
That's true.
So it all kind of depends. But for the most part, when I make art, it's just like, almost like brain vomit. It just kind of happens, and then either I assign meaning to it later, or someone else notices something in it, and I'm like, oh wow, that's totally what it is.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know, it's definitely varies depending on what.
And these particular pieces, was there a particular theme you were thinking about, or inspiration of some sort?
I guess not really, but yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Because honestly, the subjects are women. The subjects are me. Like there's a little bit of me in every single piece. So it's almost like it doesn't even have to be a theme, because it's just what I'm drawn to, and it's my life. So, I mean, you can look at them and infer whatever you want as to what my life is like, I guess, and what made me create that piece, but, so it's like a broad theme.
And you said the murals were based on, this particular one was based on a friend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did a drawing, or I actually took a picture of my friend Robin, and she had this look on her face that was just like, so like, I don't give a shit. Like, it was really badass, and she was just like, had a juice box, and I don't know why, but I really like that picture because she was in a really natural state, like she wasn't made up or anything, and just wearing like a t-shirt and looked pretty pissed off, and like had messy hair. So I liked that the naturalness, I guess, of her image, and then it kind of inspired me to embellish upon it.
And what about this particular piece? Did you hand make this yourself?
Oh no, honestly that's just my paint rag.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like really stiff though. So it's getting harder and harder to use.
Right. You might have to frame that one day.
Yeah. So it's like the more it gets painted, the more texture it adds to the piece, or scratchiness. But like this piece...
So technically it is one of your pieces.
Yeah, well, I mean, the title of this piece is Fish Fucked, and I thought this looked a lot like fish scales, and sort of matched the painting just because I had used all those colors on this painting. So I just kind of wanted to put it on the wall, but...
Where do you see your work going? Where do you see yourself as an artist? And I wouldn't even say 5 years. I hate when people say 5 years. I can barely think about 5 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
You know, within the next few months, what do you want to do? How do you want to convey who Elena Cruz Allen is as an artist?
I don't know. I definitely have a lot of dreams, and I'm meeting so many wonderful people in Albany who have similar dreams, or who I know would be interested in pursuing similar dreams. So I feel like for me this is my opportunity to really start working towards some of those things, and I don't know, I guess make in terms of celebrities and things like that, we have musicians who are very popular, actors who are very popular, but you don't really hear about artists.
That's true.
In the tabloids, and not necessarily that I want to be in the tabloids or anything, or that anyone should want to be in them, but I just find it strange that art doesn't have the same like compelling, almost scandalous addictive, like,
Well, you gotta make a
quality
sex
to
tape
it.
for that.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
Andy
make-
Warhol, like, yeah.
Right, so that's what we have to do. But
Not opposed, definitely not.
I did want to ask you how, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
To get in touch with me?
Yes, in terms of wanting to purchase your art or talk to you about your art. Hopefully purchase people.
Yeah, well, I definitely enjoy phone contact the most. I can give you my phone number. Write it down, toll free, 518-466-8435. And my email is really simple too. It's just Elena Cruz-Allen, my name, @gmail.com.
Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook as well, and would love to be Facebook friends with you, you know.
Great. We'll do a link. No problem.
Yeah. So those are probably the best ways to get in contact with me.
Did you make your outfit?
Also, you know, random letters on my doorstep are always encouraged.
Do not give out your address.
Or any subtle romantic way that you want to reach me.
Did you make your skirt?
Yes,
too?
I did make it.
How lovely. Turn around. Very nice.
It is 100% recycled. Thank you very much.
That thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Totally.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, thanks, Elena. This has
Thank
been
you so
wonderful.
much. Yeah, thank you for
I'm going to
taking
take
interest in my
one
work.
more roundabout look at your work. You also painted the chairs.
Yeah, the chairs are supposed to be like sort of meditative places where you sit and look at the Mother Superior and ponder the nature of existence.
Well, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.